Hi my friends, I am out running some errands today and I want to take you along with me to a new store in our area called Homesense. I wonder if any of you have this new store. It's actually owned by the same corporation as Home Goods and TJ Maxx, but it is bigger, and I am going to be going in there and taking you along so that you can get kind of a tour of this store called Homesense. I hope you enjoy going in there with me, and then I'll show you what I buy. And after taking you along with me on the shopping, I want to take you back to my farmhouse and just show you some of the chores and projects that I currently have going on there on the farm. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for coming by and visiting. So Homesense is owned by TJ Maxx and Home Goods, and how I would describe it as being different than Home Goods is at least this particular one was much larger than our local Home Goods store. It didn't feel crowded like Home Goods can feel. I love the store Home Goods, but our local Home Goods is very crowded and a lot of people are in there, and it can just feel a bit claustrophobic. This had plenty of open spaces for browsing. It had a lot of the same things that Home Goods would carry, but I would say just a lot more. I felt like I did see some great prices on things. One of the employees told me that a difference between Home Goods and Homesense is that Homesense carries more furniture and like lighting, like chandeliers. But I just felt overall it felt cleaner, more spacious, and like a lot more inventory. So I really did enjoy coming and browsing in here and taking a few things out with me. There are plenty of beautiful towels. I did not get any on this particular trip, but many options in towels. Here's a peek at the furniture and lighting section. Just a whole lot more furniture and lighting than the Home Goods store in our area. Of course, lots of kitchen gadgets, and I spotted these little gold clips on the bottom because I use a lot of gold accents in our new vintage kitchen, and I felt like these would be great chip clips. So if you have a Homesense in your area, I would recommend taking a stop in there and browsing around. I really enjoyed my outing to Homesense. I hope you enjoyed that little tour of the new Homesense store, and I just wanted to show you real quickly a few things that I did find in that store. Two finds I was really happy with. The first is this baking dish. Look at the detail on the side, the etching on that. I thought it was really lovely. It's from the bake shop, and it was only $12.99. So I thought that was a really good find. I also found some little clips, gold ones. These will be great chip clips, or just to clip any food that we don't want the air to get to. That was only $2.99 for this bag with 12 pieces in it. And then this was a clearance find. It's a pretty good size wicker tray with the scalloped edges, and it was clearanced out for $12. So I could see serving food on this or using it as a decor tray with a lot of surface space. these kinds of things just really ground your decor space. I could put a lamp, several things, a vase, a picture with flowers, books, all kinds of things. But I really liked the scalloped edges. So for $12, I was really happy with that. So if you have a Homesense store in your area, I would definitely say go check it out. I felt like they had some good deals in there. Here I am just emptying our washer dryer combo. It washes and dries the clothes all in one cycle. And I am just removing some clothes. Of course, laundry is something that has to be done all of the time, a never-ending process. But Laura Ingalls Wilder said, what must be done is best done cheerfully. So if we can have cheerfulness, even in those mundane chores, it helps the atmosphere of the home to be a place that is nurturing and life-giving for our families. Here I am taking off the tablecloth so that I can toss that into the washing machine. It seems like if I can just keep loads going, it helps me to stay on top of the never-ending task of laundry. Some time back, I had thrifted this cute little lamp for my new kitchen. I thrifted it in Ohio at a thrift store, but it did not have a lampshade that I liked, and so I was planning to put a new shade on it, and so I found this one, and I got it at Lowe's, and I think it works really well, and I'm just loving the soft glow it gives my kitchen in the evenings. It is too hot here in South Texas to have much of a garden at this time in the summer, but to my delight, the purple hull peas are still producing. I think we'll be coming to the ends of that very soon. But I have been trying to go out every day or every other day and pick whatever is available and go ahead and shell them. And just little batch by little batch, just put them up in the freezer. After I shell the peas, I like to blanch them. So I just get some water boiling in a little saucepan, and I put the peas in there, and I set the timer for 3 minutes. And after the timer goes off and they've been boiling in there for 3 minutes, then I strain off the water and I put the peas in some ice water for a minute or two. And then I strain that water and they are ready for me to put through the food saver. I am loving this food saver. I feel like it's so much better than Ziploc bags because it takes the air out. So here I'm sealing one end of the bag that I want to use. This is just a roll of the plastic inside, and so it's sealing one end so that once that end is sealed, then I can cut it and I can fill the bag with the peas. So here I am filling the bag with these delicious purple hull peas, and I will be sure to link this food saver in the description box in case you might be needing something like this. But I go ahead and fill it, leaving plenty of space at the head, at the top of the bag, And then I put it back in the food saver and press vacuum and let it vacuum out all of that air that is just going to keep the peas fresher. So here it's doing its job beautifully of just vacuuming out all the air, and it becomes very tight in that bag. Then once the air has been vacuumed out, it seals that other end of the bag. And once I take the bag out, the last thing I do before putting it in the freezer is I take a Sharpie marker and I write the date. That way there will not be any question about how long those peas have been in the freezer. So I write the date and then put it away in our freezer for another time. It had been a while since I had done a thorough cleaning on our carpeted staircase, and here I am with my Shark vacuum that I love, the canister vacuum that I can take the canister off and use the wand as I go down the staircase, just carrying the canister in one hand and the wand in the other. This works so well both for our carpeted staircase and for our wooden staircase. I use this Shark all the time for my stairs, but I wanted to do a thorough cleaning on this carpet. We live on a farm, we have a large family, and dust gets brought inside, and so I wanted to vacuum and then use a new cleaning tool that I recently purchased that I am absolutely in love with. I'm about to show it to you. It's by Bissell, but I am loving this. I feel like it is getting the carpet clean, and I just feel so good about that. I had recently gone to Lowe's and rented a big wet vac, or whatever you call those machines, where it really just kind of like shampoos your carpet. And the rental of that vac was like $70 or $75 by the time that I bought the product that went in it and paid the rental fee. And not only that, we live out in the country, and any Lowe's is going to be probably 40 to 45 minutes from my house, and it was very inconvenient to have to go pick up this big vacuum and come home and do all the carpets and then have it back the next day. And I really didn't want to repeat that whole process, and so I ended up purchasing this little machine from Bissell. I will definitely link it in the description box. So this machine is called the Bissell Little Green Max Pet Portable Carpet and Upholstery Deep Cleaner. You can use it on carpet, on furniture, on in your car to vacuum the seats or the carpets. There are so many different ways that you can use this. I primarily bought it to use on the carpet, but again, I could see using it on upholstery, curtains, things like that. You put water and cleaner on one side on the clear canister, and then all of the dirt and muck and yucky stuff comes up in the other canister. I'm almost embarrassed to show here how dirty this water was, but there was just a lot to vacuum up, and it made me feel good. It made me feel a little grossed out to see how dirty the water was, but really good to know that all that was getting cleaned up. And I have to say that my carpet smelled so good afterwards. It did come with a Bissell cleaner, but on this time around I used a natural product from Melaleuca. So I had that's the Melaleuca Wellness Company that I'm a member with, and I used lavender and lemon, and my carpet smelled so good for hours after I did this. So I think this is a tool with a large family and a little dog in the house. I think this is a tool I will use frequently, and I just love the fact that it's very lightweight. It's easy to set it up and to clean it, and it's just a very doable thing. It doesn't feel intimidating, like, oh, I've got to do this huge project. Like, it could just be to spot clean a certain area, or honestly, doing this whole staircase did not take me that long. And so I'm really happy with this. I think this is probably one of my favorite cleaning tools that I own now, and I think it's going to get a lot of use. Before I put away the new groceries, I wanted to just dust down my shelves in our new pantry. I have not shown a full tour of the pantry because honestly, we've never completely finished building it out. There are a few final touches, but I am definitely using it. And I love being able to put my canned goods and my empty glass jars awaiting the next canning project. And things do get dusty in here, so I just wanted to wipe things down before adding in new groceries. I often talk about the fact on my channel that as homemakers, there are many tasks that we must do over and over again, even within a single day. And sometimes these can feel monotonous, and yet when we understand that these small moments make up a lifetime of living out our privileged calling as wives and mothers, to create a home for our families, to create a refuge, to create a place where people can come and be blessed and encouraged, a life-giving environment. We realize these things are so important. They are not just small tasks. They're very meaningful in light of creating this nurturing place that we call home. And I like this quote by Edith Schaefer. She said, "There needs to be a homemaker exercising some measure of skill, imagination, creativity, desire to fulfill needs, and to give pleasure to others in the family. How precious a thing is the human family. Is it not worth some sacrifice in time, energy, safety, discomfort, work? Does anything come forth without work?" So we can ask ourselves as homemakers, if we don't do it, then who will? And what would the result be if these small tasks were not getting done in our homes? And by doing them, the atmosphere becomes more of a productive place, more of a sweet place and a refuge where people can find rest and restoration from what's going out there in the rest of the world. When we were building out our new kitchen, my mother gave me this rooster with a bell on top. And because the kitchen was in progress, the rooster sat out on our porch for quite some time. But just the other day, I thought about this rooster and thought, I think that he would look really adorable in this new vintage cottage kitchen. So I brought him in and I began cleaning the dust and cobwebs off of him, and he now has a new place perched up on my countertop, and I am thrilled with that little touch of country charm that he has brought into this kitchen. If I want to, I can ring the bell as a dinner bell. I think I'm going to enjoy this. I am so glad that you came and visited me in my cottage kitchen today, and I would love it if you enjoyed the content, if you would like and subscribe, and so that you will be able to come back and visit again for more content along these lines. I hope you have a blessed day.